Now let's begin an incredible listening experience. Introducing Tony Gebhard and Sean Kane. Just two dudes who have nothing better to do on a Sunday morning. Are they smarter than the average bear? How about your family dog? Let's find out! The show begins now! Now! Show begins now!
So this new AI studio, Gemini. I mean, Gemini's been around for a hot minute, and I know that with Google's been just. I mean, you could tell Google right now is they're showing their swords because they want to be on top. They want to be the best of the best, and it shows. But I think Google, not to dismiss ChatGPT's advanced voice mode video capabilities, but I think Gemini just conquered and established live audio description. I honestly think they've done it. And in fact, I was talking. You remember Kevin Reeves? We talked about him in one of the last podcast episodes. He was on my show, and it was funny because last year when I had him on the show, we were talking about exactly this, and we were both like, give it a year. And here we are, end of 2024, and now we've got it,
It's funny because initially with Google, I was, and I just used this word a while ago, but underwhelmed with Google for the past, ever since it came out. Like there's a lot of things I would go to do with Gemini when OpenAI was like down or having buggy problems or something, and I'd always walk away like, that's just not and so I hadn't made pictures with Google. It hadn't been my go-to for a lot of things. It was
Right.
kind of my go-to for when things didn't work. But that is really cool. That is astounding.
It is. And right now, maybe we can do a demonstration of it on the podcast. But if anyone's interested in seeing the AI Studio Google Gemini, you can go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/MRJT1020. You can see a video at the top of the demonstration, and it is just astounding. Tested it with two different videos, both with zero narration, zero talking, all visuals and music. And it was just like asking a friend, like, hey, what's going on in this video?
Yeah. It was so. And you posted that video, and me and my wife were listening to it, and just like, wow, this is, and I could tell when you were asking about that mountain range or whatever, because it would talk, and you'd go, wow.
Uh-huh.
It is. I mean, it's just like that's so beyond what we've ever had access to.
I know. And the good thing is it is free right now. It is in beta. So this will be coming, I'm presuming, to the Gemini app at some point. And I can only make predictions based on what other platforms have done, but I presume this will be a paid feature. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think this will be a paid feature?
I mean, I would have thought they would have made it free from the beginning, and maybe they will. Maybe it's a teaser. Maybe it's a way to tease people into coming to use Gemini, and then they make it paid. So that could be, or it could be that something is on the horizon that we don't know about. And I'll go back to something you said earlier. You were talking about how, like wait a year and all, and last year. I was telling people, I was like, somebody's going to come out with an AI model that you can make like audio promos with or something.
Yeah.
And now we got Suno, and you can make commercials with Suno. I mean, you can tell it in the style field. You can put FM commercial or AM commercial.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
No way. I
yeah.
gotta try this. Oh,
Yeah.
that is so cool.
That style prompt is powerful. I mean, you can put anything in there, spoken word, whatever. I mean, it doesn't do great on that, but
Right.
yeah. I mean, and so what I think is going to be cool now, and this is, there's only a matter of time before somebody does this, to where you could make your own AI short form video or movie.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, we're looking at Sora right now, which has finally been released for the public use. And somebody actually brought it up in a comment, either on the post it was either my posting of the video or your promotion of the conversation that we're having today. I don't have the comment in front of me, but someone had mentioned, in fact, you know what? I'm going to pull it up right now in respect to that person. Let me see. But to summarize, they had mentioned, will this be able to be used with a video creation tool so that blind and low vision content creators or Imagineers, sorry, Disney, I don't mean to steal that word, can use this to create short form content, right? You know?
Yeah, and last night I was even on I was on Poe. I got on Poe because I was trying things. I was just and it's kind of like a kid in the candy store where you're like, what do I try first? And yeah, so I got on Poe and started making pictures and having it describe the pictures as they popped up.
Oh my gosh. And just to go through some of your comments. Corey says it'll be better when you don't have to prompt it all the time. This is true because I mean, you said it earlier. I had to kind of use some filler words in between scene descriptions. Like I would say, "Wow, amazing." Well, I mean, it was. Don't get me wrong, it was amazing, but I had to
Yeah,
trigger
yeah.
it. I had to trigger it every time to be able to do that. So autonomous, I don't think it has an autonomous modal in it yet like that. It's hard to
I
say.
think you could probably do it. So and remember a lot of this has to do with what you say and how you ask the question. So I and like with OpenAI's live mode, one thing I did was is you could have it narrate a scene. You could use it to narrate a scene description.
Hmm.
And so I think if you ask the right question, you could unlock something like that.
Hmm. Lavender on the post asks, what if you were watching on something on Hulu that wasn't audio described, such as Malcolm in the Middle? Could it help with something like that? Absolutely. I don't see why it couldn't. I mean, we saw it be able to describe a YouTube video. So in some instances, while you're watching an episode of Malcolm in the Middle, or and my favorite show on Hulu is Shark Tank, you could probably get a description. You know, you just prompt it, say, "Hey, what's going on in this scene?"
Yeah, I bet, and it'd be interesting. You should try this in a minute. Is to as in the beginning say every time the scene changes, describe it.
Hmm.
And I bet there's something I mean we just got this, so there's stuff people will figure out.
Hmm. Oh yeah. Dora says, "About time," with fireworks emojis. Yes, us too.
Yeah.
Corey. Oh, okay. I already read that. Yep. It'll be better when we don't have to prompt it. Yep, for sure. That's kind of our next wish.
Yeah, and I think I wonder if when you're in live mode and you're over there on the AI Studio, if like if you could, can you type in a text prompt and submit it while it's in live mode?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because if you could, you could have saved big prompts in like Notepad that you couldn't pay, or if you had some kind of macros, some kind of something you could do alt something
Uh,
and pasted it. I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, then you could do both. I mean, you could.
for sure. There's a comment by you. Thanks, my man. That is cool as hell.
Yeah, that was. We were really blown away when we were watching that.
I'm telling you. Your lovely wife. Love it. Thanks for posting. Absolutely. Big hello to Mindy. Let's see. Michelle says, thanks. That is cool. Can you do the same thing from your phone? I tried it with the Google Gemini app, and no, you can't. Not yet. You can talk to it the same way, but and you can take pictures with it, stuff like that. But right now, to my knowledge, the only live video that is available for the smartphone. Granted, if you have an Android, that might be a different story, and you have access to Gemini Pro. That might be different. But with the iPhone, at the very least, you can use ChatGPT with GPT Plus and use the live video through advanced voice mode. I don't know. Sean, do you know any others that does this? To my knowledge, I don't.
No, not yet. I mean, you got OpenAI, you got Gemini, you got really if and I keep telling everybody now, if you want free access other than Google now, sign up for Ally.
There you go. Free plug Envision. Let's go. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, sir. This Pam says, "This is amazing. I have it working with my iPhone. Interesting. You'll have to elaborate. Definitely let us know what maybe you're doing there. Too bad I can't share the camera with my Meta glasses. Nope. I I'm guessing that'll be possible with the solo glasses. I hope Meta Live AI will be as good as Gemini, but somehow I doubt it. That's interesting. We were just talking about this. I I know if you're not already, so to anyone who does have the Ray Metaband glasses, we'll put a link in the show notes, but you can sign up for the waiting list to have access to Live AI, and it's really seamless and easy. You just have to provide your glasses serial number, and the way that you access that is open the MetaView app, click on settings at the bottom, tap on my glasses, and then tap on about, and then the serial number will be on that screen. And you just type it in character per character and tap on submit. And you'll be able to be put in the waiting list. So that's kind of where it is right now. But subjective. I don't know. You tell us. Anybody who has experience with Gemini's, with ChatGPT's advanced voice mode, Gemini, and MetaLive, you let us know which one you think is the best and why. Post it in the AI for the Facebook group. We'd love to see your opinions and maybe even a clip or two if you're able to share. I mean, we're all about it. We want to know what the best resources are and to be able to share those.
you ought to try something, pull up something here in a minute and try something, especially if anybody gave any examples.
Say that again.
Oh, as I say, you ought to try do like something do an example of something here.
Oh, sure. With the AI. Yeah, let's do it. Let me get screen share.
And it's funny because it's so there's just I mean it could be anything for us and you mentioned tell us which one works best. I mean at this point all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Screen sharing controls with
All right, Sean, can you
screen
hear
share.
my screen
Yeah.
reader?
Screen sharing.
Yep.
Perfect. I'll slow this down.
Rating off. Rate 60. Rate 45. AI for the blind AI audio. AI for the blind AI audio description is rate 40.
All right, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to go to aistudio.google.com. I'm going to do Control L
Toolbar. Blank.
and type it out.
Iliavolt.net. Studio.google.com selected.
There it is. It already completes it for me. aistudio.google.com. We're going to hit enter.
Studio.google.com. Use text input edit multi-line type something blank.
All right, and automatically, so I'm already signed in to my Gmail account. You'll want to be signed into yours as well. And it'll pretty much bring you right down to an edit box.
System instructions edit multi-line optional tone and style instructions for the model.
You also have a system instructions, so where you can basically say, hey, I want you to talk like this. This is who I want you to sound like, so on and so forth, which is really cool. And this is pretty much the Google Gemini playground, if you will. But we're not focused on the typing aspect at the moment. We'll check that out maybe in a bit. We're going to go to the top of the page.
Out of edit button, skip the main content.
And with a control home, and then we're going to down arrow here.
Link Google AI Studio Home. Blank. Button get API key. Link create prompt. Rate 35. Link stream real time.
And we're going to hit enter on stream real time. Okay.
Link create prompt. Link stream real time.
Did it bring us down to the box? Let's see. I'm going to hit E.
Type something, edit multi.
Okay, it did. Perfect.
Out of edit menu button, collapsed sub menu camera.
So I'm going to press my up arrow to the camera menu box here. We're going to go inside this. And if this is your first time using it, you're going to have to give permission for your web browser to access your camera and your microphone.
It's camera 1 of 2.
So you have two options here inside this menu. You have camera.
Screen 2 of 2.
And screen. So for this instance, we're going to hit enter on screen.
Choose this page is accessing your microphone. Change this setting in the address bar. Alert. Choose what to share with a studio.google.com dialog.
All right. So in this menu here, and Gemini's probably going to start talking to us in a second. So I'm going to keep talking just to confuse it.
Window tab. Cancel button 2.
We're going to hit tab.
Window tab.
And then we're going to hit right arrow.
Entire screen tab selected.
So we have entire screen selected. And then we're going to tab over to the share button.
Entire share button 1 of.
And hit enter. Space bar or enter.
Checks. A studio.google.com is sharing your.
Hi, Gemini.
Yes, I see that you're using the Google AI Studio. Is there anything you would like to ask about it?
Not at the moment. So give me 1 second, please. Okay, so we're stuck in a dialogue window, which is your screen share. So we're going to alt tab.
Stream real time stream.
And now we're on the streamline window. Gemini is kind of like the really impatient person who really wants to like answer every question in the classroom. So you have to be patient with him. So we're going to hit Control N. Control N to create a new tab.
Google Chrome.
And we're going to go to our address bar. We're going to type in youtube.com. And it's going to autofill my channel. So I'm going to delete that.
Video select MRJT /
And we're going to hit enter.
Got it. You are going to hit enter.
Yes, I am going to hit enter. Thank you, Gemini.
Search combo.
All right. And we're going to go to our edit box here. And we're going to look for a video that has no talking really going on. Let's primarily focus on a totally talkless and narrationless video. So we're going to say, I don't know, Sean, what do we want to look up?
I wonder if you could find a silent movie.
You are looking for a video with no talking.
All right, silent movies.
Movies. To YouTube document.
Okay, so you want to search for silent movies on YouTube?
Gemini, shush.
Subscript, explore more from the greatest silent movies of all time. Link heading level. Buster Keaton, 1 week, 1920. Silent film by classics of world cinema, 1 million.
Ooh. Okay.
Not Buster Keaton, 1 week.
Buster Keaton. I don't know this, but it's from 1920.
The great Buster Keaton, 1 week.
Before our time. So we're going to hit enter on the video here.
Blank. YouTube.
You're going to hit enter on the video.
All right. I'm going to pause it. And just to make sure, I'm going to make sure that YouTube is maximized. So we're going to go to our system menu, alt space.
System restore R.
Down
move
arrow.
On size minimize N. Maximize unavailable X.
Okay, it's unavailable, so it is maximized. Good. We're going to full screen the video with F.
Show cards menu.
Oops, actually I need to go into forms.
It seems that you have
so NVDA space.
More from.
And for JAWS users, that's insert Z. And then we're going to do the letter F.
To exit full screen.
Perfect. Now we're going to play and see what happens.
You maximize the video, and now you're going to play it.
Gemini, can you describe what's going on in this scene in intricate detail?
In that scene, a wedding party is exiting a building. The bride and groom are walking down the steps, with guests bowing to them.
What about here?
The scene shows the wedding party continuing to walk down the steps, with guests bowing or cheering for them.
Can you describe the wedding party?
The groom is wearing a suit with a patterned tie and a fedora. Another man is dressed in a full white outfit, and they are seen next to a car with decorations.
What's going on here? What's going on here? Gemini, can you describe what's going on here?
Oops.
I think we jammed the AI.
He's confused.
He is confused. I'll pause the video. Gemini, are you still with us?
Stream real time. Stream. Show more media. Model button. 2. Screen sharing meeting. Screen mute. Stop. Stream real-time 2. Buster Keaton 1 week. 19. Stream real-time stream combo button model. No next edit. Clear the chat to start a new stream. Edit unavailable. Out of edit menu. Button unavailable. Collapsed sub-menu. Camera. Button unavailable. Something went wrong.
Ah, something went wrong. Okay. So, and this is to be expected, and I'm glad this happened on air because something to advocate here is this is beta. This is the beta program, open public beta. So there are bound to be little hiccups like this where the model might get overwhelmed. So let's refresh the page with the Control R.
Google AI Studio.
And let me just throw in there while you're refreshing the page that, and I think a lot of people miss out that is what a beta is. Beta means that this is in test mode. This is like they're developing this software or this app as they release it.
Type something.
So whenever you hear beta, that's what that means. That means that this is in testing and not everything is going to work as expected.
Absolutely. And I think by what we're doing here, Sean, by testing this and, really putting it through its paces, I mean, give this anywhere from 3 to 6 months or maybe even sooner, depending on where Google's plans are. I mean, Google's event is when does Google have their event? May? Is it in May?
I think so. I think it's in May. They're close.
Okay. So, depending on where everything goes, who knows? This may be fully released by then, or they're going to do a grand unveiling. So, but we'll see. So we've done a complete refresh. The page is back to a new prompt here. So
no next edit field.
I'm going to make sure that I'm right on the box. So I'll do an NVDA up arrow or insert up arrow for JAWS users.
Blank. Out of it, type something. Edit multi-line.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to up arrow to the camera.
Out of edit menu button. Collapsed sub-menu camera.
And we're going to go in there.
The camera 1 of 2.
And down arrow to
screen 2 of 2.
Screen. Hit enter.
This page is
tab.
Window tab. Entire screen tab.
Right arrow.
Okay,
entire share button 1 of.
And then enter on share.
Studio.google.
Got it. You're saying to select the tab, then
Stream
select the share button, and then press enter.
2 Buster key. To exit full screen.
All right. Gemini, we're watching a video right now. Could you describe what's going on?
Okay, I see that you're watching a video. Is there anything you'd like me to do regarding the video?
Could you describe the scene?
The video appears to be a black and white silent film, showing a few vintage cars and a motorcycle. What specifically would you like to know about the scene?
Describe what's going on in the video. Provide audio description.
Okay, in the video we see a man wearing a cap and light-colored jacket riding a motorcycle. Behind him, a second man wearing a top hat and dark suit is holding on and waving. The motorcycle is traveling down a paved road.
What's going on here?
In this scene, there are several vintage cars parked along the street. A group of men are standing and talking by one of the cars. They appear to be dressed in early 20th century clothing.
Could you describe the clothes?
Sure. The man is wearing a dark suit and a top hat, and the woman is wearing a light-colored dress with ruffles and a veil. They both look like they could be getting married.
Wow. Incredible.
In the video, we see a newly married couple standing in front of a car with "Just Married" written on the side. They are putting their heads into a large box that has "Home Portable House Company" written on the front, and then a...
All right, we'll close that.
Screen sharing meeting control screen.
Amazing.
Expand. Stop share. Alt plus.
It's really is. It's funny because I'm sitting here thinking that like this is the 1920s. I mean, I guess that's what you did. You did a movie about getting married, and
Yeah.
it's just funny.
It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. And other case uses, if you're thinking about other available services, in theory, we can use advanced voice mode video. If you're a GPT Plus subscriber, and you're watching a movie, you could point your phone at the screen, have it describe what's going on. So this, what we're doing here, this is available already, but now it's entered a new era where we can share our screen. And I don't know if GPT does this yet with the web client or the Windows client. I don't know yet. Do you?
No,
See that?
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. And I've been trying, and I've noticed that their web app is starting to get a little better. They're starting to get some label buttons in there, and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
it's kind of amazing. I'm shocked that a company that can make such a cool project, their
I,
accessibility is just atrocious.
oh, for sure. Yep. All
But
right.
yeah, you can you can't talk to it. Well, you can speak to it in the web app on the Windows, but you can't do the camera stuff yet.
Yep. All right. Let's pull up your post on the AI for the Blind Facebook group and see if we have any questions. Charlie says, and he's also labeled as a group expert in the group. Hi, Charlie. I've been the one exploring the frontier for 2 years, but you guys are beginning to make me feel old. I went blind in 1985, and I think future shock might be starting to kick in. That deserves a like. That's funny. And it's crazy. Yeah, things are rapidly changing. All right, here we go. Charlie asks another comment by Charlie. He asks, okay, yes, this is Charlie was the one that asked this question about using the live audio description with a video creation model. Yeah, so revisiting this concept. I've never tested it. I have not used Sora or Runway or any of the video creation models just yet. Have you tested any of those, Sean?
Not yet, but I was on Poe last night, and I had intended to. There's just so many things I was trying to do with it last night at once, but I'm pretty sure it'll work, and just time will make us better at learning how to use it.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Ulysses comments. Oh, Sean, he asked you if we can do a tutorial on Be My Eyes with the Meta Ray-Ban glasses.
Yeah, and that's something I definitely want to do.
Yeah, that would be cool. Heck yeah. And you know what I'd love to see too, in addition, is I want to see, and I think this is in plan. I don't know. Be My Eyes has been quiet about this, but maybe there's something out there someone knows that I don't. Um, if the Be My AI is going to be available on the Meta Ray-Bans.
I talked to somebody at Be My Eyes. I can't say who, but I'll just say that, since they got access to the camera for the volunteer portion, it just makes sense that that'll be coming eventually.
We will see. Woohoo! There you go. All right.
What else we got there?
Few more comments. Here we go. Debbie says, I just turned 50 in May. One of my friends is 76. She loves everything technology. She's totally into it, which is really fun, but sometimes we learn things together. She used to live really close to me, but we moved away. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I'd love to see it go across all generations. That's definitely really cool to just have a full community of people embracing technology for what it is. And the more that we adapt it for accessibility and for freedom and usability, because that's, I think, the biggest reasoning behind why artificial intelligence is evolving so much is it's making things that were impossible possible.
Yeah, and I think we're really at the time for this AI technology. I think everything's kind of aligned, right? We're used to having fairly fast internet speeds, and as those evolve, and as like memory and computing powers, all this evolves, it'll only get better. So we're used to thinking right now of something familiar, something like iOS 18 or Android version, whatever, or Windows or any of those things. But wait till we have like AI version 20.
I know. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Well, that about wraps it up for comments. There was just a couple of replies in there
Yeah.
that totaled that up, but um, this episode will be available both on the Tony Gephardt Show and the AI for the Blind podcasts.
Yep.
Sean, did you have anything else that you maybe wanted to mention for our audiences?
Real quick, and I've mentioned this before, but if you want more of an experience like this, more of a tailored experience to using this kind of live video thing, do sign up for Ally. Go to ally.me and you can get signed up for that public beta, which is another free option to using this live mode and more customized. And get in on that project now because the more this evolves, the more you'll want to be.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Sean. Appreciate you. And if you're not already in the AI for the Blind Facebook group, we definitely encourage you to join for the best tips, tricks, and all to know about artificial intelligence. And Sean, do you want to talk a little bit about our chatter community?
Oh, thanks. That's a good reminder. Chatter, let me tell you what Chatter is for anybody that doesn't know. Because I know I've written about this, but hearing something is sometimes different than reading it. But Chatter is this new audio-based social media app. So if you're used to Facebook and X and things like that, think of just a social media platform that you can get on. You can see a big list of rooms, and you can go join those rooms and speak to other people. So you're not typing, you're not going through posts, you're joining a room of friends, of like-minded people to where you can talk and talk about AI or talk about Gemini or anything you want really. And so AI for the Blind is going to expand from Facebook, expand into Chatter, and that's going to give us the ability to have one-on-one or group sessions. We might do a session just on this live where people come in and we try different things because it'll be a place where we can stream our speech into. Chatter has an app for both iPhone and Android, and those apps are coming with accessibility in like a week. So once that happens, our expansion to Chatter will really extend. We've got a grand total of 32 people joining that are following the AI for the Blind channel on Chatter, and that started at 0 like 2 weeks ago. So I fully predict that in a year we're gonna have 2,000 people in the Chatter channel. So
Love that.
get in on that now. I got plenty of invites. I told Chatter I needed like 10 or 20,000 invites, and they said, sure, let's do it.
Heck yeah. Let's go. Yes, definitely get in on the action with Chatter. Thanks so much for listening to the episode today. We appreciate each and every single one of you. Always know that you're loved, you matter, and let's go into the new year. Let's go into the new year with some really intense optimism because just technology is showing its fangs and it's ready to tear into the future right now. All right, my friends, we shall catch you in the next episode. Peace.